Okay, I got some ideas.
Okay.
Okay, so in this position, I think that white needs to prioritize grabbing the E file as quickly as possible and potentially doubling up on it even. And I believe the best square for my king is probably like C2 or D3.
Okay.
I believe that probably I would want to trade the dark square bishops off so I can grab that E5 square for my knight and rook supported.
hmm
So if I had like 4 or 5 moves, I would put the king on D3. I'd put the bishop on perhaps like yeah, I mean like I want to trade it, but at the same time, like I know it kind of displaces my rook a little bit too, you know, so that's the only thing
hmm
I'm hesitating about. But maybe I would just
hmm
do it anyway, put the king on D3 and then double up the rooks on the E file and then put the knight on E5 is what I would do over the next few moves.
Okay, so takes, and you would like to come back and double like this, yeah?
Yeah, but I would start with the king actually, because
Okay.
I need to grab E1 first with the rook.
Okay, so king e2, that's basically you want to start with, right?
Yeah, E2 or C3 or D1, whatever. I guess yeah, E2 probably might be better, honestly.
I mean, if you're trying to go to d3, maybe e2 is the hottest way, yeah? E2 or d2 probably.
I'm not certain if I want it on D3 or C2, but I think D2 is fine because I don't see any kind of problem on the D file anytime soon. He doesn't have a light
hmm
square bishop. There's no knight hopping in, so yes, I would probably just go E2 and D3 right away. Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay. So, all right, let's just see, yeah, if it has any like things or so let's just say castle. Obviously, I wouldn't castle maybe in the real position, but let's just assume I'm castling.
Okay. So maybe Rook E1 here.
hmm Okay, let's follow some normal route.
Maybe now Bishop A3.
Okay.
Rook A3 to A1. Wait, hold on, wait, one second. Yeah, let's go with that Rook A1. Doesn't look too great because black has knight F6, knight E4 coming soon, and I don't think I have accomplished anything really. So
hmm
Yeah, right now it's just like equal, or maybe black even might have a slight edge now because I have the double pawns and knights getting to e4 quickly.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it looks like strategically what you are doing is probably correct, but it just doesn't put enough pressure on black, yeah?
Hmm.
Like easily able to neutralize your like threats, let's just say, or ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. So this actually like in these kind of positions, yeah, since black is very solid, right? And white does not have any of the, let's just say, permanent advantages in the position. White still has to play with the initiative, you can say, if possible,
Actually,
in this.
yeah, I have another idea now, actually.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on a little bit more. White needs to start with maybe a5 first.
A5, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yes. I think A5 has to be played, yeah, in the position.
Yeah.
Because we are trying to exploit the fact that he cannot just allow a b6, right? He hasn't connected the rooks.
Yeah.
So I think before you start anything, I mean, any of your other plans, I think the first move should be a5.
Yep.
Okay. So a5 was played in the game. Okay. As I told you, black, he cannot just leave it here. So black had to respond b5. Obviously, you can see this is much better for white, yeah? So now we have like two additional weaknesses in quick successions.
Yep.
So now we will probably abandon all the plan and start to double up on the A file, yeah, like pile up on A file, or some ideas like this might also be very strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so black plays B5. Okay, what next?
Maybe now we have to push C5. I don't think
Okay.
really taking on B5 makes a lot of sense because if we do trade, at some point Black's gonna play B4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And D4 is probably gonna be a future weakness. So I want to kind of cut out those possibilities. So I would say for those reasons, I need to either push the pawn
Mm-hmm.
or if I don't want to do that, maybe I can play knight E or D2
Mm-hmm.
and try to support that C4 square. That's a possibility as well. I don't know. I don't want to put these pawns in these dark squares, but at the same
Very
time,
nice.
you know,
I was actually a bit worried about that. I thought you kind of forgot, but yeah, it's good that you recognized this is strategically not so good, yeah, because okay, after this, how are we going to put pressure on black?
yeah, all these
Like
pawns are
he
light
has all
squares.
these gaping holes and
Yeah.
he's coming very quickly, yeah, to these squares.
Yeah. Exactly.
So once he establishes pieces like this on the light squares, I don't think we will have any advantage. Okay, I just wanted to say so maybe c takes b5 is not the right move, but I think for the wrong reasons you're rejecting it. So let's just say this, yeah, and b4, right? Hypothetically. I don't think b4 is a problem, yeah. We have c4.
Push it. Yep.
So I don't think this is a huge issue for us in this case. I mean, I actually believe that this probably should be fine, yeah, for
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
Yep.
this is
Fine.
actually much better, yeah. You can see.
Yes.
Okay. But so finally, so I don't think black will play b4 as well. But I am kind of against this move because I feel that again this opens up few squares for black, yeah.
Which one? Which one?
c6 and d5. Like his knight might come here, yeah, somewhere like this.
Wait, go back and move. What did you just do? Oh, you took on B5?
Yeah, yeah, c takes b5, yeah. So I just feel this opens up some squares for black.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, yes.
So that's why to keep black restricted and to have all the other advantages, white played a6.
Wait, A6?
You understand the idea for a6?
Let me think for a couple of minutes. 1 second.
Mhm.
Is the idea that I'm gonna take on b5 and then target the b5 pawn?
Yes, either that, or I always have some sort of a d5 plan, yeah, just in case the knight moves. But yes, this is definitely one of the main ideas that I can just take and slowly play bishop, king, and rook, and then black will have
You're probably
a7
on
as a
a7, yeah.
weakness and b5 as a weakness, yeah.
Yes, I consider the bishop pointing at a7 for sure.
So I think, yeah, it's pretty good.
And also, the thing is that, I mean, I thought about this a6 for sure, but I maybe thought that the knight can put some pressure, but really he can't because he's got to get the knight out. He has to get the knight to d7, get the rook out, then put the knight back on b8 if he really wants to do that. Like, if his plan is to pressure the a6 pawn and
Mhm.
punish white for pushing it, he's got to play knight d7, right? Get the rook
which
out
which is what actually happened in the game.
and then put the knight back again.
And this is the point, yeah. Like the moment you played knight d7, I mean, you actually gave good chances to go for d5.
Mm. Okay.
So now you can see, yeah, like we are trying to take advantage of the fact that black is not fully developed, and we are trying to attack his unstable area because you can clearly understand, yeah, here we don't have any advantage on the king side. But on the king side, black also doesn't have any advantage. So it's like we are trying to play as if we are having an extra pawn. We are resolving some double pawn issues as well. But mainly we are trying to play on the initiative.
Okay, so if he takes on c4, we're gonna take on c6.
Yes, of course.
And then if he plays knight b8, then
I think
knight
we have
d4.
knight d4 at least in this position. And we always have some ideas like rook a4, yeah. But I think I'm going to play knight d4 first.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it's not so easy to take e7, I guess c6, I guess, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
have
not
to
so
play
easy.
king d8, king c7, and then by then I guess rook will take on c4.
Yeah, but I mean, it will take some time, yeah.
Yeah.
So black went for, I mean, again, I'm not very sure if this was the right choice, but black went for this, takes, and knight e5.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than playing knight to b8 because the rook is forever trapped.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't look correct, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, still knight e5. So white takes. Okay, now what?
Now, now I can play king d2, right? And
I
get the
think
king to c3, put the rook on
king d2 is probably met with long castles.
king c2.
King c2, rook d3.
And rook a3.
Rook a3. So I think I'm gonna go rook d8.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to challenge him on the d file now, actually. He's gonna have some long-term pressure constantly. I really
Yeah,
can't do much about this d file situation.
exactly.
Okay, so maybe the setup should be bishop d2, king c2, and then putting a rook on d1. Might be possible. Um, the other thing is that maybe I just give up c3 and just play rook a4 type of thing. And try to grab that c4 pawn so I can put the rook behind the passed pawn.
I think that's a much better idea, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why just castle?
What?
Yeah, you take, I play rook a4, yeah, and take this.
Interesting that he chose to pull the king away from the center. I would have
Yes,
thought
because it
Knight
was
would have gone to
important
c2.
probably to get the rook out much quicker, yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
not to mention Rook E1 is like a real threat right now. So white was not able to find any safe square for the king in the center, yeah. And wherever he goes, it takes at least a couple of moves to save yourself.
Okay.
Like ideally, this is a good square, yeah.
Yeah.
Like on f3, but f3 is still very far from the center. I mean, it's not so far, but it's not exactly helping us in this case. Plus, we have to constantly worry about g5, g4. D file, white didn't want to go because of some long castle tricks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where else you want to put? Rook is coming here. Bishop is coming here. We don't have to define or we don't have to fix any specific place for them. So just castle. Yeah. All you have to do is figure out about this guy. So
Makes
I think
sense.
that's a huge like decision. But here, black also chose to castle, which is a bit of a questionable move now. Because I was thinking if black wants to put his king anywhere, he should long castle. Yeah, he should be near this pawn somehow.
Yeah.
But okay, he goes castles. White continues. Rook A4, Rook C8, Rook C4. This is actually a good option because I feel that if this pawn was not here on C3, then white is just playing bishop E3, Rook C1, and white is absolutely fine. Yeah. So as
Yeah.
long as the pawn is on C3, I think it's not a very bad thing for black.
Yeah.
Okay, black played rook f8. So how white should convert this position? So white has already won a pawn, yeah, and probably has some advantage.
Um, maybe, I guess so, but these pawns are so weak. But yes, he does currently have an extra pawn. And
Mm-hmm.
a7 is a constant threat as well with the bishop e3, right?
Yeah.
Black has to worry about that. So, hmm. We need to play bishop e3 here. I have two ideas with the bishop. d4, a7, and then play rook b1 and rook b7.
Okay.
These are some ideas.
So bishop e3, I think he has to play rook e7, yeah?
He could have played rook c7 too, right?
Yeah, okay, rook c7 as well.
I mean, like maybe e7 better. I don't know.
No, I think this is fine as well.
So I will, I guess, improve my bishop. Bishop d4 now. Oh. Yeah, actually, let's take that move back. That's just wasting time, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get that rook to b7 faster. Like,
Yeah,
I think bishop
exactly.
e3 is maybe okay, right? But then after that, rook b1 has to be played right away.
I think yes, bishop e3, I also think probably has to be played here. But the next idea should be this and this.
Yeah, I need to quickly make that a pawn a pass pawn, ASAP.
Yes.
So
So
we
the
don't have
question
time
for
for bishop d4 because of rook e6. I didn't really see this idea. I thought he would
okay,
try
so
to double up on the c file to try to get it, but I mean, I didn't even. realize that E6 is a possibility.
Okay, but for bishop e3, let's assume he plays this. Rook e6. Now what?
Hmm, tricky. I don't know, man. It looks really hard to hold that pawn. I don't think I can do anything about it. And even if
Exactly.
I grab that, like he's gonna play Rook C takes C6, right? Then he's gonna just pick up the A pawn as well, probably.
Yeah, the problem is it looks like things are getting neutralized, yeah. And we have like, okay, if we get this position and we had some back rank clearances, then maybe white is still winning. But he has this weird bishop d4, yeah, in the position.
Hmm. Yes.
So I don't know. I mean, it actually looks very difficult to meet this rook e6 idea, yeah. So this is what first white did. White stopped the rook e6 idea. White played g3.
E3.
The
Wow.
point is, if you go rook e6, now I play rook e1. Very interesting idea, yeah.
Yeah, wow. It's crazy. Yeah.
So the point of g3 was like, why g3? So that directly rook e1, bishop h2 was coming.
Right.
So first g3, new black is going to play this, and now just rook e1. King f8, king f1. So both are coming towards the center equally, yeah. So now when everything is protected, now finally white plays bishop e3. And now he's going to go rook b1, rook b7. And you still cannot take the pawn, yeah, on c6, because I just take everything and play bishop d4, loses the piece.
When black or white played bishop E3, was there any option of trying to unpin the rook at this moment after bishop E3?
Like here,
Yeah, so he just played bishop E3. Now it's black's turn, right?
yeah,
Okay, so it's black's move right now.
yes,
Okay, so no way to take on C6, right? Because the bishop on E5 is gonna be a problem.
yeah. If you take on c6, I just take everything and play bishop d4.
Yeah,
f6,
losing the bishop. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nifty move. That's really nice. I would never thought of this G3 idea and pinning the rook like that.
yeah.
Hmm.
So here, I think black already knew he's in some trouble.
Yeah.
So black played bishop c7, this
Mm-hmm.
position, rook b1. I think the whole idea was that, like, I mean, this is just my guess, but I think after bishop a7, black wanted to play rook a8, yeah, and then take this pawn as well.
Okay.
So before white takes on a7, white just activates his rook b1, rook e4. This is probably like a realization that you have to get rid of this rook. Yeah? As long as this rook is here, this pawn is proving like very dangerous. So rook takes, bishop takes, king d6, bishop d4, and f6. Okay. So here I think many ways are winning for white and also quite good. But just like curious, if you were playing as white here, how would you have continued in the position? Like your final conversion steps, basically.
I'm thinking maybe like I need to tie down his rook to a1, a8. So maybe like push the pawn, then something like, rook a1, rook a6, rook e6, rook e7, and try to collect a bunch of pawns on the other side of the board
Mm-hmm.
before he can manage to win that a pawn. That would be one idea, right?
Very good.
Like if
Actually,
g7 falls, then everything is falling pretty much. And if that scenario happens, let's just say I end up giving up a6 and c6, but I manage to grab g7, h6, and f6, right? I think I have enough to win. I should be able to. I got a
oh,
pass
this is
pawn,
very good
h file,
actually.
g file, everything.
Actually, very good decision, Rafi, that you need to shift focus. Yeah, you should understand that since these pawns are still weak and they won't queen themselves, yeah, and they
Yeah.
don't even have like enough support, we
Mm-hmm.
have to like in the future focus on these guys. Like the win will
Yeah.
finally be on the king side. Queen side
Right.
will be probably like a decoy, yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll show
Mhm.
that, but win on the king side. So White actually also identified that particular factor, which we just talked about. And because of that, before anything else, he plays h4.
To stop any kind of movement of the G pawn.
Yes,
Or
just
like,
h4, h5, yeah. Fixing everything on the black squares, on the dark squares, basically.
interesting. But
Because a7 we can play anytime, yeah. So it's not like an obligatory move right now. This we cannot defend. So White just goes like, okay, now he cannot play g6 because I can take instantly. Cannot play h5 because I have rook b5, yeah.
okay, so
So
if that wasn't the case, what else could White have um let's just say
mhm,
White didn't play H4 and just played
yeah.
H7. How would
Mhm.
Black set up a way to defend those pawns on the other side?
I don't think he can actually. The game will probably be the same. But okay, now I think, for example, he's gonna play this to start with.
Now I check. Oh wait, wait, wait,
Checkmate.
wait, wait. Sorry.
So Rook
Take that
A1,
move
yeah.
back. Take that move back for a second. The A7 move. Yeah.
Mhm.
What if I play Rook A1 first,
Yeah, Rook A1. So takes
then I push.
A7, Rook A8,
Now check. He might
check.
come back and stop me from playing E6 though. Yeah, that's the thing. No, I don't have that entry point anymore. I was
Mhm.
banking on being able to play Rook E6 in this scenario.
Mhm.
But even here, I mean, there's nothing Black can do. I can just activate my king now. Maybe now is a good time to play H4. And then play H5, right? And play King E2 and maybe like, but how do I get to that? Hold on, wait, so I have to think about that. Yeah, so like hypothetical play might be like H4, H5, King G2, King H3, King G4.
Mhm.
And because Black King can't go to E6, maybe I have an entry point on F5, right?
Yeah, I think that's correct. But here the thing is, since you are completely better on this side, yeah,
Hmm.
like almost every position is winning for you. But the matter is like how comfortably you convert it. So let's just check, okay? You can see, yeah, it's hugely better, right? Like +6.
Yeah, like Black doesn't have a rook, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So he doesn't, I mean, he's playing like a rook down here.
Yeah. So by the time if he ever tries to get his king to the other side, for example, hypothetically, if he ever gets the king to B7, surely by then my rook will get to E7.
Uh, I mean, even if he gets the king here, like if you at least get king e3 and stuff, I think you're already winning.
Yeah. And I'll just trade everything off on A7, and my king is so close to his pawns, right?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, with h4, that's how the game ended, by the way. So king c6, I just wanted to show you the finish. h5, rook a8, a7, bishop e5, and bishop e5, fe5, rook a1. And okay, now we just go pick up everything.
Mm.
Black has nothing, yeah, in the position.
Because of the C pawn.
Even if this pawn was not there, let's just assume, still black has nothing.
Whose turn is it right now?
It's
What?
black
Black.
to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me think
So
about it
let's
for
say
a
the C
second.
pawn doesn't exist, yeah? Black
Yeah,
plays
let's
this
just
right
assume C pawn doesn't exist. Wow, black is that slow?
It's too far.
Wait. Go back. Why did you have take that E4 pawn? Go forward. Why not just F5? Why
Sorry?
did you take that? Why did you take the E5 pawn? Is it necessary to take on E5?
In this position?
Yeah, I would just play king F5, right?
Also fine. Also fine.
Okay.
I think both are fine.
Yeah, because that pawn is not going anywhere. I'm gonna get to G7 way faster, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can go king f5. But
Okay.
okay, I mean, I'm just saying that I can directly take this as well. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Yeah, right.
he has just nothing. I just go here. It's too much of an active game.
Sure. Yeah. Hmm.
So you see, yeah, like from the beginning itself, like this looks like a very simple position, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from the beginning and almost till the end, if you follow the main moves, yeah, that what happened in the game, especially,
Mm-hmm.
every move was somehow, even in an end game, every move was coming with a threat. Like
Mm-hmm.
white's every move, it was threatening something, yeah, some sort of an initiative, some sort of an attack.
Yes.
So highly important, yeah, because when we play the end game, we usually don't think about these things. The first plan you told me, yeah, this is the usual method of approaching almost any end game position, and that's how you miss these slight advantages.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really consider Rook A5 first time around, you know?
Mhm.
You're right. Because that
Because
made a
we,
huge difference. It just literally went from, you know, a winning
yeah, I mean,
chances to just a draw straight up.
black came under a lot of pressure, right?
Mm-hmm. So basically what you're suggesting is that this is the thing that's separating the 1900s from the 2200s is finding A5, that type of thing. Because
Yes,
I'm gonna be
definitely.
able to convert some of these endgames basically, right? If I can just
Yes,
find these kind of moves.
yes, definitely, yes.
Because 1800s are not gonna think like this, I think, in my opinion. They're thinking
Uh,
much more generally, right? Like what I suggested in my first plan. I think any 1900 would come up with that. But I think it would take at least a 2020, maybe even 2050 plus player to find this A5, right?
I
And
think
think about the whole thing.
I think A5 you can find, but after B5, D5 might be a bit tricky.
Yeah, exactly. Like what I mean by A5 is the whole plan.
Yeah, the
Rook
whole plan.
A5, sure, anybody can find it, but the whole idea behind it.
Yeah, like to allow B5 and now instantly push A6, fixing the
Right.
weaknesses and
Yeah.
instantly attacking with B5. This is already, I think, 2400. Yeah.
Mm.
It's not so common, right? Because you have to evaluate like a lot of end games and you have to see a lot of stuffs. So I think it's a bit higher because, for example, in this position, black who was playing was 2250.
Okay, so do you think these guys are 2200 guys are finding these things in like 1 hour or 45-minute type of time controls?
Uh, well, white was 2400, so white found it a lot faster. Black didn't even anticipate it.
Because these kind of things, right? I feel like for me, I would have to think about this position deeply to find,
Yes,
like, for example, like even with you, I just spent at least 10 minutes looking at it, right? Close to 10 minutes. But in a 45-minute game, I'm not gonna think 10 minutes to find all these ideas. There's no way. So do you think the higher rateds are just finding these ideas in such a short period of time? Like let's just say you,
yes.
or not, maybe not you, but let's just say 2200 was playing this position in a
Hmm.
game in 45. Do you think he would find these ideas?
I think difficult. I mean, I think like if it somehow struck, then he might play it. but it's going to be very difficult,
Mm.
I don't think it will come naturally because to me, a5, a6 came naturally here.
Because you're
Like
understanding the concepts, like of how to, maybe you don't know the exact moves, but you're understanding that these are the things I need to be, initiatives I need to go after.
yeah, of course. Like the moment I saw the position, I knew that if white has to do something, it has to be instant. Yeah, like it has to be a5, a6. And that's why when I first checked the variation, the move I was calculating for a5 was actually knight a6.
So for you, A5 and A6, you would not consider it a deep idea. You would see these
I wouldn't
moves.
consider it a very deep idea. Yeah. I mean, for
I
me, it's a
see.
normal idea.
Hmm.
Actually,
Interesting.
you mentioned like a very good thing. I wanted to check this one. So a5, yeah, knight a6 is the top move. Yeah. Okay, b5 as well. So pretty much the same thing. But I was seriously considering knight a6 because I knew that um it's stopping a6, but I
Mhm.
also knew that now I will not do anything. Like I was planning to
Right. That
play
knight
king
is
e2, king
terribly
d3.
placed, right?
The knight is terribly placed, and the moment the moment you improvise it, I'm still gonna play a6.
Hmm.
Like if at all there is a chance and you're going to improve it, I will still play a6. Yeah, because I know that this kind of weakness has to be fixed. If if I have to win or if I have to retain some winning chances, I have to fix that pawn. I don't have any advantage anywhere else.
Right.
Okay. But you also
Okay.
see, Rafael, like you can see this full position, the full analysis that we are making, even with discussion and moving the pieces here and there, drawing arrows, like exchanging thoughts, it still takes like 1 hour, yeah, to analyze all these things.
Yeah.
Like you can actually see, yeah, we pretty much finished the whole session with just one position.
Right.
So the thing is, like, and you were asking, yeah, why this comes natural to me. The thing is, like, we have seen such games or we have analyzed such games countless times.
Mm. Because think about it, like the way I imagine this scenario is that it's not, let's just say I'm playing a 1 hour game. It's not
Mm-hmm.
worth it for me to spend 30 minutes to find A5. It wouldn't make
Oh
sense.
no.
The only way I can get this kind of thing to work in my favor is to find this A5 and all these ideas in, say, like 10 minutes if it's an hour game. So you're finding this move in 10 minutes or these ideas, right? So
Yeah.
I guess my question would be like, what would it take me to find this idea in not 30 minutes, but rather 5 or 10 minutes? What is the
Uh,
difference? I think
I,
what you're saying is just seeing them over and over and over, right?
yes.
Because calculating your way to these positions without understanding these concepts is impossible. There's
No,
no
because here
calculation
there
for it.
are no, Rafi, how can we calculate? There are not a lot of forcing stuffs going on here.
Right.
You have to just play moves on understanding basis. I do not think we can actually calculate that. That's why I said, yeah, like in the end game, fighting for initiative, it's definitely not a very common concept, yeah, and it might not strike you. Like if I tell you the name of the topic and if I tell you that okay, this is the theme you have to find, maybe you can find moves, but during the game, nobody's going to tell you. And since it's a normal endgame position, I think most of the players will be looking at moves like this, just
Right.
improvising the king, playing bishop to d2 or a3, rook to e1. Because yeah, white has no problems, yeah, in the position.
Yeah.
But you can see, yeah, like a5, a6 is much stronger, yeah, than any other thing that we have tried so far.
Right. Right. And very counterintuitive to normal moves here, right?
Yes.
I
And
found
and
A5, but I definitely did not even consider A6 for sure.
a6, yeah, I totally understood that point. Actually, I mean, Black also mentioned that he didn't realize this idea is going to be that problematic for Black in the long run. And as I said, since like if you see a lot of games from Botvinniks or Capablancas or any other like end game annotated games, yeah, Petrosian and stuff, you will see these small things, yeah, which they do. It,
Hmm.
I mean, they do it right now, and the effect will be seen after like 20, 25 moves.
Hmm.
So this is something very similar, yeah, which we saw, I think yesterday we saw this one, yeah, h3 basically. I think this was the
Yeah.
position. Yes, so we saw this h3 idea, yeah, fixing the pawn after rook
Yeah.
g4.
All right.
So very similar, yeah, like this. We are just keeping the pawns fixed on the same color of his bishop.
Right. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Very interesting, man. Very good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
So I
Sounds
think, yeah,
good.
Rafi, for
Mhm.
today, probably will wrap up here. But
Okay.
couple of days break, and I guess we can resume as usual from Monday.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know Monday when you're available. Enjoy your
Yeah, sure.
vacation, the beach trip.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll be back on like early morning Monday, my time. So that's like Sunday evening for you. So I'll anyway give you a text that time
Oh, okay.
and we can schedule anything. Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Thanks, Rafi.
Okay.
I'll
You're
see you
welcome.
then.
Thanks, man. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Yeah. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.
Bye.